Hey everybody, I'm Emily Marie, and if you're wondering why I'm sort of blending into the background here today, it's because today I'm going to show you how to contour and highlight your face with one of my favorite new products. Have you ever wondered how someone like this, looking like this, can go to looking like this? It's contouring. Okay, so contouring is highlighting and shading the facial features, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to do that. I'm going to be going for a more everyday kind of look here today for you all, and I really hope you enjoy it. So ladies, I'm going to show you how to go from looking like this to this in no time at all. All right, so the first step is really to go ahead and do your foundation. You might want to use a primer before your foundation. You're going to do primer, foundation, and concealer. And then also go ahead and do your eye makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to fast forward the video for you, and then I will slow it down and come back and show you step by step about how to contour and shade your face. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and introduce my favorite product. Now, this is from Aesthetica, okay? It's a powder contouring kit. So inside the kit, you get this awesome little guide, and it also has step-by-step instructions on the inside, and even this cool little guide that shows you the different face types and how to contour just exactly for your type of face shape. The kit comes like this, and when you open it up, it is really beautiful. You got all the shades in there that you'll need for lighter skin tone. And so I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation and eye makeup, and I'll see you on the other side. I like to leave my powder out so that I can powder after the contouring later too. Okay, so I've gotten to the point where I've done my primer, I've done my foundation, I did the powder, I did concealer, I did my eyebrows, and I did my basic eye makeup here. I like to leave the blush for last, and also I like to leave a little bit of room to create more drama on the eye, should I want to, when I'm done with the contouring. So now we can go in to contouring the face. If you look at the Aesthetica guide here, you can see that I am a heart-shaped face. So pretty much for every face shape, the contouring is very, very, very similar. I'm gonna go ahead and contour my face with the same guidelines as comes in the Aesthetica booklet. That's what you wanna do. You can see also here that Kim pretty much does the same thing, and she's famous for how well she contours her own face. You can get the same look at home with this Aesthetica kit. It's really amazing, and it goes on so easy. I'm also going to be using the brushes, and it comes in this really cool little container here. They all look a little bit different. I'll show you as we go along. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, we're going to start by contouring, shadowing the jawline here. And you're going to want to pick a color that's about 2 or 3 shades darker than your natural skin tone. So I'm going to use this one right here in the middle that has a little bit less of a red tone in it for me. You're going to just tap the color onto the brush. And we're using this angled brush here for this one. You want to get a good bit of color on that brush. And then basically you're just going to tap that color on. Okay? And then you want to have the line get a little bit lighter as you go out. So darker by the ear, lighter as you go out. Really define that cheekbone. Now we're not going to leave it that dark, obviously. We will blend this a little bit later. So then we'll get the other side. And you just tap that color right on, okay? If you go like this, you can see where to put the color. Basically, you're just drawing a diagonal line from your ear right below your temple towards your mouth, the corner of your mouth. Okay, so to make a larger forehead look smaller, or to make a wide forehead look a little smaller, you're going to be using the same color. You can use a little bit lighter of a color if you prefer. Clean the brush in between if you're going to use a lighter color. And basically, we're going to draw a line from the temples up towards the forehead on both sides. So we just tap that color on. For the forehead, I don't like to have any extra. I like it really dark right here by my cheeks to really give me a lot of definition there. But when I'm doing this on my forehead, I want it to be a little bit lighter. So we're just going to tap that color around the forehead like so. And then the other side. Now we don't want it to be quite as dramatic as we did with the jawline, obviously. Using powder contouring shadows like these makes your job so simple, so easy. All right, so the next step then is going to be to do the jawline. I'm just going to use the same color here. And then basically, you're just going to draw it right underneath the jawbone. Okay? And then I put a little extra right here at the tip to really define my jawline and to kind of get rid of that double chin look. So other side, right under the jawbone. Now, if you want to define your neck, you can see when we do that, you can see where you might want to just define it with that darker color. You can bring it down. Okay, and then the other one, if you do want to bring it all the way down, if you're going to be taking pictures and things like that, you can just go right above the collarbone in those spaces, just to give you more definition. Here we are. Next steps are going to be to do the highlighting. I like to use the lightest color. I'm going to be using this one here in the middle, which doesn't have any shimmer to it. I'm going to use the one with a little bit of shimmer in the under eye area and right above the cheeks. All right, so it's pretty simple. You use the small one to define the nose and to really draw on in this area. So you just tap that color on and then draw a line down the middle of the nose. I can show you when I'm done using this small brush how to use the darker contour shadows. If you have a bulbous edge on your nose, I'll show you here in just a few minutes how to kind of make that nose look a little thinner. But your first step is going to be to highlight right down, straight down the middle of the nose. So to balance out the look, you're going to use one of the lightest shades, whichever one looks best on you, on the Cupid's bow here right above your lips, and then on the forehead right around in here, and then on the chin. For these areas, I'm going to go ahead and use this flat-ended brush. Giving a nice highlight right here at the Cupid's bow helps to give your lips a pouty look, which everybody wants, right? I also like to use the highlight to go right around under the eye and just above the cheekbones with the same brush. Okay, so then I told you, if you want to make your nose look thinner, you have to highlight like we did, and then you also have to kind of shadow as well. So I'm going to use the small brush. We're done using it on the smaller areas of our face so we can dirty it with the darker color. On the sides of your nose, you want to use a lighter color than what you used on your jawbone and your forehead. And then basically what you're going to do is just shadow the places that you want to look thinner. So if you have a crooked nose, you can really kind of straighten out the look of it this way. And if you feel like you have a fat nose, you can thin it out this way. So really that's it. It's fast, it's easy. Your last step is going to be to use your powder brush. Basically, we're just gonna even it all out and blend that color in. It's that easy, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my blush and finish up my makeup, and I will see you in just a second. So pretty much all I have to do now is my hair, and then I'm ready for whatever. Work, the red carpet, whatever. So honestly, this kit that I found from Aesthetica Cosmetics has really just cut down the time that it takes for me to contour and shade my face. And this really helps out a lot. So thank you, Aesthetica, for creating a dry contour product that really works. And go out and get yourself your own Aesthetica Cosmetics contouring kit. You'll love it just as much as I do. I'm Emily Marie. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.